NHRIs need to stand up for the rule of law, and NHRIs need to either restore or maintain confidence in justice systems. And therefore, looking at torture and ill treatment and how to prevent it is clearly needs to be a top priority for NHRIs. You need institutions, independent institutions like NHRIs, going into place of detention and finding out what the problems are, and then coming up with solutions.
In 2010, the Commission entered with an agreement on a project-based level with UN Women on monitoring places of detention and shelter homes. And we realized through the study that we did is that there was a very big link between women getting into conflict with the law and passion killings or passion crimes that they are committing. So we realized that they have been suffering from either early marriages, from abuse within the family, from all forms of gender-based violence that have led them to commit crimes. So we decided to continue with our initiative to focus on monitoring through the whole justice system. And we have been able last year to produce the first report on what are the major problems that women and girls face in the chain of justice system in Palestine.
We generally monitor all categories of rights: detention centers, the police custodies, and the jails. We also monitor the economic and social situation every year, and our colleagues travel to rural areas and interview with people, including women, and they are asking for the living condition, their access to water, access to sanitation, access to education, and other problems.
With more serious issues, right to education, right to food, bonded labor, manual scavenging, child labor, child marriage, all these matters are pursued by the National Human Rights Commission. And the violations committed by the international corporations is huge sometimes in the matter of environment, in the matter of pollution, change of climate. But we have appointed a research group to conduct studies on the violations of human rights committed by these corporate groups.
And then finally on the advocacy, where somehow the whole system is not working, the law is not being turned into practice, NHRIs can bring together the information they receive from the field, from the information from their own investigations and from civil society partners, and then join forces to advocate with the government for better mechanisms to make sure that those human rights are turned into practice.
The Commission had been trying to advocate for those rights previously, but the earthquake was a catalyst, which sort of brought home very starkly both for the right to adequate housing, which people didn't really understand all 7 indicia. They'd talk about affordability, but they wouldn't talk about habitability or security of tenure. We've gone deep into the community, right on the ground, talking to people with the problems, talking to community groups with the problems, and then we've sought to weave their problems with the power that could help fix it.
Region 4, that was where it took place, started to investigate, and we found out that these tortured victims, they were detainees, were actually tortured in a clandestine place. A provincial branch, provincial intelligence branch of the Philippine National Police. And nobody knew about this, so we were shocked to find this out. And of course, when the members of the regional office went there, they started taking pictures and very nonchalantly said, "Oh, so this is your facility? Oh, yes, we arrest people, especially, drug-related cases. Okay, can we look around? Yeah, sure, go ahead." And so they saw this wheel of torture. And the people, the policemen, didn't mind, so they just naturally started taking pictures. And what was there were types of torture that they would employ. And I guess one can only suspect that the moment they catch anybody, they'd ask him to turn the wheel, and where it stops, that's the kind of torture they would give. And of course, everybody was shocked. Everybody was shocked. And they were really doing it for entertainment, sheer pleasure. So we had about 21 of these cases charged before the Department of Justice. So at least the Commission on Human Rights directly had them arrested and had them charged.
We have launched a very ambitious program, ambitious for our little office anyway, a survey to gauge what understanding and awareness there is of human rights and what concerns might be out there in the population. We are required by law to report on the state of human rights in Samoa every year, and our first report will comprise of the results of this survey, and will help us to see how the lie of the land is, what the concerns are, where the areas where we need to sort of concentrate. But it will shape our future efforts and work.